What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, with my other host right over there.
What's up? It's a disappointed D. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to this pod. Go ahead and hop over to any audio platform because this is an audio podcast as well. So feel free to go over there, rate us 5 stars.
Thank you guys for rocking with us all season. It was an amazing year. This is our first year doing the podcast. We love the comment section and all the subscribers that come and watch every week. We're not taking a break. So we're going to be rolling all the way through to next season. So make sure you subscribe. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff, different stuff coming up in the offseason.
But it does make sense to invest in your backup quarterback.
From now on, every team needs to carry 3 active quarterbacks because carrying the 2 active quarterbacks into a game, we just saw it's a long season. You get to this point of the season, everyone's getting hurt. So many quarterbacks played this season. We have to carry 3 active quarterbacks, and I'm fully expecting us to bring in a veteran, whether that's like an Andy Dalton, a Nick Foles, like someone.
Josh Dobbs looked good.
Josh Dobbs looked good. So we need a veteran in the room who could come in and just stabilize the offense for a half. Someone who knows how to run an offense for a half. Because Josh Johnson, journeyman guy, full respect to him for being, bouncing around in his career and staying with it, but he's just not a viable backup quarterback for this team.
No, not at all.
And so let's talk about Josh Johnson. He's going to get a lot of hate. He's going to get a lot of hate from the 49ers fan base and maybe around the league. I personally think it's a tough situation to come in. You're the backup, but you're a journeyman guy. Don't expect to play. And he really hasn't done much on the fields in the league. He's really just been a clipboard guy or a practice squad guy, comes in, plays for a bad team, puts up some yards, and then he's done. I want to talk about Josh Johnson a little bit, but I mostly want to focus on what the 49ers could have done to prevent Josh Johnson from being in this situation. So what did you see from his play on the field first, really quickly?
He went on the field and shit himself. What are you talking about, dude? Like, what could they have done? I don't know. Like, he lined up in shotgun and literally dropped the fucking ball. Like, that's one. Like, how can you coach around that? You know what I mean? What else are you gonna do? It's you're trying to run a true 2-minute drill, and this guy can't even hold on to the ball in your own territory.
All right, let's move on to. So that's what we saw. That's what we saw from Josh Johnson. But I wanted to cover when I say prevent him from. I mean, I know you said he should have never been there. We could have got a better backup at the point in the season where Jimmy gets hurt and Brock Purdy is the backup and comes in. We couldn't trade for anyone. Free agency looked rough. Like, realistically, who could have been the quarterback in that position as a free agent we could have picked up to replace Josh Johnson?
I know they said that they didn't place a waiver claim for Baker Mayfield. Do you think that's bullshit? Because it was the same week. Like,
they had to known that the Rams did it, and so they just we're not going to do it because we know we're going to lose him.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. Like, if they had Baker and if they just had Baker waiting in the wings, like you rolled with Brock Purdy, you had Baker on the sidelines, like you would have felt much better about that because that guy actually had starter experience. Ben DiNucci, we had talked about it. Ben DiNucci was a free agent. He has starter experience. And so it's just about like guys who have been in there before that can just run a basic offense, can hold on to the ball and not fumble it in their own territory. It's like one thing when you're a backup quarterback, you just can't get your team killed. And that's what Josh Johnson went in there and did. He killed the drives. He killed our team on this day.
Yeah, as a backup quarterback, you just don't want to shoot your team in the foot. And this guy unloaded a clip into our forehead with that fumble. And some of the free agent quarterbacks are like AJ McCarron, Cam Newton, Josh Rosen, Blake Bortles possibly was available.
And hold on. So let's stop there. One guy that like really kind of, I guess, flags like or catches my interest is Cam Newton. Like if you were 100% behind Trey Lance, wouldn't you want a Cam Newton type to be your backup quarterback to sit there and mentor Trey Lance and be like, hey, you know what? I've been a highly drafted guy. I know what it takes. I'm a mobile quarterback. I know that I had accuracy issues and I can help you out in the run game too. Here's what I would do. And also, like he's played in the league before. He has a lot of experience. Yeah, his last couple years in New England, it really didn't look like he could run the ball or throw the ball, but he was running it pretty well. So I would have liked to see Cam Newton rather than Josh Johnson out there.
I would rather see like AJ McCarron or Blake Bortles than Cam Newton. I think he doesn't really fit in the locker room with Kyle. He's a very eccentric, loud guy, and he does come off. He's a great teammate. I've heard from like other people, but he's just been in some weird situations, some weird spots, and he does like a lot of the podcast stuff. Brittany Renner talking with her, and yeah, he just had like some weird stuff at the end of his career after the Patriots, to where it's like, is this guy in it? Is he kind of delusional because he was saying how he's still a top quarterback, and the guy really can't throw. When you watch him in New England, I don't know if he's injured or his shoulder or what, but he cannot hit a 10-yard route. Like the guy can't throw.
Neither can Josh Johnson.
Well, and I'm saying, do you want Kyle to coach Cam Newton when Kyle is the guy that says, all I want you to do is hit the easy layups, and put in Cam Newton who can't hit any of the easy layups?
But at least he has one weapon, which is he can still run. Josh Johnson didn't have either. He couldn't hit anything. Like literally the passes that he was hitting, it was it was Christian McCaffrey making something out of nothing. So
yeah, I mean, hindsight, I would have loved to have Cam Newton in this game, but throughout the season, would I love to see like, oh, is Cam Newton going to replace Brock Purdy this week? Like Cam Newton showing up in his purple suit with the hat. Like, I don't know.
But that's the thing. Brock Purdy played well enough to where it wasn't a factor. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have been a factor moving forward because he played awesome.
I think in the NFL, you don't want your backup quarterback to be a bigger story than your starting quarterback, which Brock Purdy would have been a huge story, but you just want your guy to be, base level, not make waves. And that's been a challenge for Cam Newton as a backup quarterback. He can't do that. He has to be in the spotlight. And I think it would have been weird. It would have been a weird locker room.
See, that's the thing. Like when push comes to shove, Josh Johnson can't play.
Well, I think Cam Newton can't play.
At least he'd have the running dynamic. Like that's one thing. Like we would have been way better off at that, again, fourth string quarterback with a Cam Newton or even a Ben DiNucci than with Josh Johnson.
I don't know. Go and let us know in the comments. Would you guys have wanted Cam Newton? This is such a weird situation. We're so hurt on this loss. We're talking about Cam fucking Newton being quarterback for the 49ers. Let us know in the comments. Would you have wanted Cam Newton as the backup to Brock Purdy and him playing this game? Comment below.